This is the download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Thursday, August 6th, 2026. First up, before I get into our top story, a reminder, the Sounds Profitable Business Summit is coming up. The inaugural Sounds Profitable Business Summit will take over Terminal 5 in New York City on September 14th and 15th. This is an exclusive, partner-only event that brings together the industry's top brands, agencies, publishers, and platforms for 2 days of research-backed insights, strategic conversations, and meaningful networking. If you're already a Sounds Profitable partner, you can claim your ticket today, link in today's episode. If you're not a partner yet, you can become one to buy your summit pass and join the conversation shaping what's next in podcast advertising. On to our top story. Industry reacts to Spotify's skip ahead. Pod News editor James Cridland scooped that Spotify is testing a feature called Skip Ahead, which allows premium users to skip an entire ad break, sponsor, read, or intro with a single tap, has sparked several insights from industry leaders. Crooked Media founder Tommy Vietor did not mince words, opening an X post with, quote, "very cool of Spotify to try and destroy the podcast industry," end quote. And that's covered in a Mediaite article by Stephanie Killoy. Christina Rubino, GM of Offline and Audio at Right Side Up, walked advertisers through what the feature means for host-read campaigns and the sponsorships most exposed when a listener can skip them instantly. Adopter Media founder and CEO Glenn Rubenstein also has a new blog post arguing automated editorial decisions about someone else's content should not be made by a party that had no role in creating it, making the case that host-read ads are part of the show itself rather than a segment to engineer around. Next up, UK government urged to drop plans for advertising on BBC podcasts. A coalition of 18 UK commercial audio players, including Global, Bauer Media, News UK, Radio Centre, Audio Boom, Reach, Goalhanger, Guardian Media Group, and NewsQuest, is urging the government to abandon proposals that would allow advertising on BBC podcasts and audio. Their economic analysis argues the BBC would bring in only around £10 million a year from podcast ads, or roughly 0.25% of the TV license fee, while draining revenue from an independent commercial audio sector that has no such cushion. The group also points to polling showing 2 in 3 UK citizens oppose ads on BBC podcast content, and notes a similar proposal was ruled out back in 2025. And for our final top story, why brands like Gap and Staples are inviting their employees to be creators. Major retailers are now inviting their own employees to make social content, a sharp reversal from an era when posting about your job could get you fired. The article reports that Gap Incorporated, Staples, and Starbucks have all launched employee creator programs, betting that a first-hand account from someone who actually works there reads as more credible than polished brand marketing. The pitch comes with numbers attached, including cited research that 40% of consumers discover products through employee-generated content. For podcast networks eyeing the creator economy's next act, it is a reminder that the next wave of talent may already be on the payroll. I got a little cheesy with it today. It's Thursday. Let me have this. As for the rest of the news, Hernan Lopez lays out why folding Peacock's TV, film, and sports into YouTube Premium is YouTube's clearest step yet from Creator Video Hub towards a $16 to $27 a month streaming rival. Podscribe added AI-optimized and lookalike audience targeting to its SmartServe ad platform, claiming roughly 2 to 3 times better impression performance from the optimization layer and 1.5 to 2.5 times lifts from lookalikes. On the podcast Advertising Playbook, Heather Osgood and Claritas's Jason Fialkov dig into how smart advertisers actually measure podcast performance, including why the video migration to YouTube and Spotify is quietly erasing measurable impressions. Pod News notes that Descript shipped a bunch of new features, including smoother jump cuts, recording room scheduling, and a YouTube thumbnail generator. And finally, Fox Corporation's Red Seat Ventures is launching. Brace yourself for this title. It's probably the best one this week. Mostly Sheenius, a new weekly interview podcast hosted by, of course, Charlie Sheen. That does it for today's issue of The Download. You can find links to everything I just talked about in the show notes, which takes you to today's post on our site, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version if you want to get it sent straight to your inbox every day. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Today's issue was written and produced by myself, Molly DeMillier, Brian Barletta, and Tom Webster. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. I just said that twice, didn't I? And I'll see you tomorrow morning for the Download Recap.